Okay, welcome to Highfleet. We are getting so close to the end. We left off last time having just taken Mizpah. We also took Nemriz, Zamaria, Gabatha, and Mizpah all in one video, which is pretty cool. As far as I'm aware, there's 3 aircraft carrier fleets in the area. There's one up here at Shilau, one at Shubat, and one at this unnamed city down here. Our aircraft carrier fleet is moving into Zamarim to refuel, and it'll be a cheap refuel here. And our main fleet, well, our battleship fleet is at Samara, about to finish refueling and jumping its way up probably to Sardar, where I will keep them while they refuel and come up in the Remorse will fight. We'll go and meet with the governor to discuss peace. Meanwhile, our main fleet at Mizpah has just taken this town and we need to do some salvaging. Looking at what's available here, we obviously need to keep an eye on our cash. We're burning through a lot of money at the moment, and we took some damage in that last fight, so we are going to have to spend some time repairing, as well as the morale on these ships being quite low, just because they've done so many fights one after the other, and I've had to restart a few times. So we need to bear that in mind before we continue here. Honestly, just looking at the timers here, the first thing I want to grab is just going to grab the fuel tanks. I want to make sure that we're not going to have anything exploding on us. There's all the things to really salvage here are 2 A37s, which are just, they're worth a reasonable amount of money, and I might actually need to replace some. We do have some survivors that are going to die here, so I might try and grab these 2 guns, get crew protection, and if the survivors are still here, get them. We're going to miss out on this gun, unfortunately. Let's get crew protection next. I think I'm just going to let this ammunition go and see what happens. But I want to get these survivors, and I don't want to have a morale failure or a negative morale situation while I'm getting them. We'll just let that tick over. We're probably going to lose this 2 A37 to the ammunition exploding. Now we can get the survivors, unless the survivors get destroyed by the ammunition, which wouldn't be a bad thing. Nah. We could actually get both of these, which is pretty good. We lost out on the crew quarters, I think that was. I'm not too worried about decryption at this stage of the game, so don't worry about radio rooms or anything. Okay, that's almost finished there. These guys have still not landed, which is fine. And obviously we've got our refueling happening here. They're almost done. My big goal this episode is to have this interaction occur. I know everyone's really keen to see the Remorse in combat, and if we do get into a fight, that's the ship I want to go in here, so just watch out for that. What I need to do now, though, is I need to land 2 ships that have been quite badly damaged, which is going to be quite good fun. Now, the Rooster 2, I'm actually going to land all 3 of these, even though the game is saying that the Intrepid Mark II isn't damaged, because they all need repairs. The Paladin needs extensive repairs. The Paladin has also lost one of its landing struts, so this is going to be interesting. Our best landing zone looks like that 46, so we're going to try and get that on that. And we will just try and bring this in really nice and gently. I think it might be too big for the 46, but we're still going to try and put it in there. The one good thing is this ship finally has enough thrusters that it can come in nice and easy. Okay. We're coming in at a decent rate. We're just going to have to lay it down as gently as we can to avoid any additional structure damage. What I'm going to try is just lean it against the wall here. So that's 1 leg down. And it's resting on the armor. Okay. That could have been worse. I'm pretty happy with that. We also accidentally picked up additional repair speed. Now, the Intrepid's quite badly damaged, so I'm actually going to get it onto that 44 over there. This is a little bit harder to land because it doesn't have that static downward thruster that the Rooster Mark II and the Paladin has. It just gives it a little bit more stability in the air. It just has these 4 gimbal thrusters, which are fine for its size, but they do make it a little bit harder to land with. We've got a bad spin going on here. Just bring it in nice and easy. It's fine. And then finally the Rooster Mark II. It's going to come in pretty quick. I think it's the lightning says they land easy, especially when they've got the double downward thrusters that I like them to have. So just burn as we come in. He's able to arrest his fall quite nicely. And I know that was the most exciting start to a video, but it's nice to get our ships down on the ground. Well, came in a little bit harder, I don't really care. Okay, 27% repair speed there. We're in the town. Any events? No events. Shipworks has stuff going on. There's some cool stuff in here. Let's sell these 2 A37. That gives us 8,000 in cash, and see, first of all, let's see what repairs we can effect. So we want this Paladin Mark II if we can. That's going to cost 2,750. It's going to take 40 hours. That's not actually too bad. Oh, now why? Oh, these should work after we finish the repairs. I'm a bit worried about that. I've made sure the game has not updated to 1.14. I've been keeping the game in offline mode just in case that patch comes out, because I want to finish it before we upgrade to that patch. We'll repair this as well. It's going to cost 7,000. We're running a bit low on cash. The Rooster, can we afford this? I can get us money if we can't. 7-3, yeah, we can afford it. Okay. Now, looking at what's available here, there are LA-29s and T-7s. There's also Kh-15Ps, which are great. There's some good guns as well available as well. So I definitely get the aircraft carrier fleet here to pick those up. But in the meantime, we'll just let these guys repair. I'm not going to buy any supplies right now. Oh, I should buy some fuel maybe. 250 kilogram bombs available for sale here. We definitely need to make some money and pick those up. Let's just get what fuel we can, just so they're refueling, and we'll let that tick over. It's going to take 55 hours to repair, that's fine. We'll let this fleet land at Zaram, and we're basically just waiting for this fleet here to complete its work. So once these guys are down and refueling, I'll just fast forward. They're just about to come in to land. They've got, what, 20 odd minutes before they get in, so we'll just wait for that to tick over rather than fast forwarding the game. And by the time these guys have finished repairing, they should be at a more reasonable morale level so they can take Shubat, and that can be the next destination for this fleet here, which is just about to touch down and has now done so. So let's get them refueling. I'm probably going to need to sell some stuff to make enough money to do this, so I haven't got anything to sell with this fleet. I always forget there's a Nomad in this fleet, and it always shocks me when I see it. Looking at the armaments of the Nomad, we've not really discussed the Nomad very much. It's basically a baby Sevastopol in terms of the construction. It has some weird decisions. It has these weird bracketed armor protuberances here that let it mount these 2 missile launchers, which honestly don't need to be here. It has, 2 jammers for some reason. It has another 6-barreled squall, which is actually elevated, which is fantastic and shoot in every direction. But then it has a double-barreled one here that can only shoot backwards. And then it's mounted with, what, 1, 2, 3... Looks like 3, 4 2A-37s, 2 of which can't cover sort of the lower portion of the ship, which is a bit worried. It also has lots of missiles pointing down, which is an interesting choice, and sprints. It's okay. I can see easy ways to fix it up, but we don't have time for it in this campaign. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to sell this Sarmat. I want to keep these Molots just in case, because if I could get them on the Rooster, that would be great. Let's just get some fuel going. I want enough fuel for them to get to Mitzpah. Okay, they can't quite get to Mitzpah. We'll get them to Gabtha. I wanted to spend max fuel because this is a fuel storage hub. What have we got for sale in terms of equipment? Nothing I really want to buy right now. Okay, let's just let things tick over. We're just going to wait for this fleet now to finish refueling, which is now done. So you guys can now fly up to Sardar, and that is our next destination. Meanwhile, I'm just going to fast forward up here and just make sure nothing becomes dangerous. So these guys have now finished repairing at Zaram, so they're going to fly over to Gabatha. They're going to refuel here and join up at Mitzpah. We're just basically waiting for these ships to fly to their destinations. Alright, are we ready for what's about to happen? So I'm just going to let this fleet land. They are, what is it? 0.1 hours out of their destination. How is morale looking here? We've got the Paladin up to morale 8, the Black Hat, it doesn't matter, the Intrepid up to morale 5, and the Lightning up to morale 6, which is good, they're getting there. These guys are still not landed, unfortunately. And then the Remorse on its own, that's the distance with 100% fuel. So I think that's just because that's all we've got in the tanks, because it should be able to fly a lot further than that on its own. I'm going to be really sad if it hasn't got enough fuel to get here on its own, but I'm hoping that's not the case. So just wait for these guys to hit the ground. Well, the game is paused, which will definitely slow things down. Aircraft carrier fleet is also Magalatha, which is great. They're on the ground now. Let's top up their fuel up. There's just enough fuel there to get here, but I actually want to get them further than that. So let's sell some stuff. Definitely selling off a lot of stuff now. I don't need these nuclear missiles. I'm not going to use them. I'll keep a couple just in case something disastrous happens. I want to overfuel here because I want enough fuel for them to get there and get back. Because if we go into this view here, select the Remorse, just to confirm, inner circle is the distance they can travel to and return, outer circle is the distance they can travel to without returning. So I want to make sure that inner circle covers this section here, and that's what we're waiting for. So it's going to take a little bit of time for them to refuel there. It is also dangerous, so we need to watch out for this aircraft carrier fleet attacking them, but at this point in the game, I think I just have to take the risk. These guys have they've got 31 hours left in repairing, so we're not going to rush there. Let's just fast forward a little bit until this fleet is on the ground. They now are. So we'll get them some fuel. Lots of refueling and moving around, lots of strategic movement happening in this episode. We are a little bit short on cash again, unfortunately. So we'll go back to this fleet here. We'll sell another nuclear missile. I'm very aware that we are pushing our budget really tightly. I might actually start looking at selling some of these, but we do have another nuke to sell, so we'll just sell that. That's us up to another 4 grand. That should get us enough fuel here. Thank goodness we had enough fuel, money to buy our cruise ferry jackets earlier in the campaign, so I don't need to worry about burning fuel on the ground, which is what you have to do if you don't purchase those jackets. Okay, let's just have a look at the fuel situation here now. If we just select the Remorse and tank it up, still got a long way to go. Oops. Let's just fast forward then. We're just waiting, basically. This is going to become bad dangerous soon, unfortunately. We're there. Okay, let's dispatch this ship. These guys here on the ground don't have that much fuel anymore, but they are refueling, so they'll be able to get enough fuel soon, maybe to just relocate to Nemriz as soon as possible. But does he have enough fuel to make it to Nemriz? I think he'll be able to make it to Nemriz. Also, we should hopefully get some fuel if we get into a fight here. But yeah, these guys, this is now dangerous, but they're still repairing. There's not much I can do about that. We may get attacked by this aircraft carrier group. I'm tempted to actually launch an airstrike against it, but that can end quite badly. So we've got, what, 18 hours left? That's just unfortunate. Hopefully this isn't going to cause us a problem. The Paladin is fully repaired. I could just send it out on its own to try and take... Actually, it's not fully repaired. It's got 3 hours of repairs left. I also just want to make sure that its engines are going to work correctly. Yeah, they are. Good. This trick that I've got here where the engines are covered by armor, that's not going to work in the next patch. So that's why I'm very concerned about my game updating without me realizing it. Okay, this is going to take 7 hours for them to get there. These guys are still refueling. Make sure we're unpausing the game. That's very important. Yeah, we've just got a few little things to tick over here. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Just they've maxed out their refueling by the looks of it. So there's fuel available here, but they can't carry any more fuel, which is frustrating. I don't really want to leave them here, but let's just get them out of the city and put them in the desert, just so they're not sitting in a dangerous city, because that's quite bad. I can't do that with these guys, unfortunately. Let's get this fleet to join them, however, so we can look at buying some T7s and stuff with them, and we'll just wait for our flagship to get a bit closer. Did anything happen there? No, I think they just finished taking off. And here we go. Let's just watch this as... Did it just disappear? Let's see if it's still here when we get here. We should be in visual range when we arrive. I'm not sure if the event has ended. I can't remember what happened last time I did this. It looks like the event may have ended. Now, why did that happen? We'll just wait for the guy to get all the way there. There's a town here. Oh, what am I talking about? This is where we need to land. It just threw me completely when the thing disappeared. Alright, let's have our discussion. I'm so confused. It's been a while since I did it, and I thought when the thing appeared, the event had vanished, but it was just because it gets replaced by the city. Okay. As you approach, you spot the Lord Governor's massive cruiser looming over the dark valley where it touched down. You give the order to land 100 meters away. That seems a bit close to the size of the ship we're landing. So, Grand Duke, you have come. What were you thinking? Look at his outfit. The faceplate and then the glasses. I quite like the sort of incongruity there. I take it there will be no talks. Of course not. I cannot begin to imagine why he decided to come here. I came for honor. Admiral Dowd did try to stop me, and then I shot him. There is a pause. The Lord Governor appears to come to a decision. Listen, Duke, before we conclude this matter, I must admit I have a question. Very well. Ask your question, then. Tell me, Duke, if you had the chance of a lifetime, like the one that I had, let's say the plutonium in Kiva is no rumor. You have acquired a fearsome weapon. What would you do? Would I use it for the good of the people? Would I use it to end the war? Or would I use it to destroy my foes? So this is a concept that I play around with a lot. I run a D&D game, and I play a lot with the concept of absolute power corrupts absolutely. And I don't think that anyone who would attain the power that is available in Kiva, a nuclear reactor that could refine weapons-grade plutonium to create nuclear missiles, and you can see how many nuclear missiles there are across the Garrett region, could ever use it just for the good of the people. There would always be, I don't know, some sort of... I think all of these are bad answers, because to pick I'd use it for the good of the people, that's just far too naive, really, to say. Using it to end the war, that doesn't end the war, that destroys everything. So does destroying my foes. I like to think that Mark, however, at least the Mark that we've played, is a little bit blinded by his faith. He's a little bit naive, for sure. So he's going to say, oh, I use it for the good of the people. No, Duke, you most certainly would not. Exactly. You would have used it to eliminate the Gathering, which, to remind you, is all of the great houses that rebelled, essentially, would destroy their foes. And then you dethroned your father and taken his place. Yes, I would. And then you would have indulged in war after war, extending the borders of your empire as far as possible. Yep, that's pretty right. The Lord Governor's voice trails off. His pensive eyes are looking somewhere else. As for me, I have no thirst for power. That's a lie. No man has no thirst for power. I wish to give people something they've long deserved, freedom. Your altruism looks good on paper, but you started a war. We have brought the empire to ruin and founded a republic, and now the only thing standing between the people and their freedom is you. You nuked our capital city, and so I feel no remorse for your fate, and I feel no remorse for yours. The Lord Governor looks away. It seems this conversation is over. So I have 4 things I can quickly pick here. I can ask him about the Perpetual Night. I can talk about the fact that the people think that I'm a prophet. I can draw my sword and stab him, which is the most dishonorable thing I have ever heard. Or I can walk away without saying anything. Now, I'm going to go. Mark. Our Mark is a faithful man. He believes he's a prophet. I'm going to pick the prophet option, just because I haven't actually picked it before. Last time I asked him about the night. The Lord Governor turns back at you, surprised. What? This is why you invited me here. You've heard a lot about me, and it got you thinking. You wanted to see for yourself. You thought an ordinary man would never come. But if I am a man who can truly see the future, then... And when I came, you were simply afraid to believe that it could be true. But it is true. I can see the future. The Lord Governor is frozen in place, stunned. At last he managed to utter a few words. What do you want? I never picked this before. I'm going to talk to him about the great destiny of the random people. I'm not even going to metagame this. I'm going to pick the options that Mark the Faithful will pick in this option. Worldview Romani +1. Of the woes of the people and how you wish to aid them. Of the ending of the war and why it must be done. Of your deep sense of respect for the governor. Of House Adam. Of the woes of the people and how you wish to aid them. We've already got on one side. Of ending the war and why it must be done. No, he didn't like that. Crap. I was doing so well. Of the dangers of faith and superstition brings, the importance of faith in times of trouble. Right, we only have 1 turn left and we've got him on side. Oh, and our faith went up. Yes! Yeah, I can't actually quit. I'm just going to pick this again because I know it's not a negative thing. Good speech. Good soup. I didn't even realize this was an option. I would like to invite you to join my cause, my lord. Very well. I will join you, Duke. Then come with me. We have much to discuss. Character joined. Lord Governor. Ship unlocked. Varyag. New ship. Varyag. Well, that didn't go as expected, did it? I now have the ultimate battleship. So this is the Varyag that I have been scared of this entire game. Oh, the Hidden People. We also find a city of the Hidden People. The city welcomes you with open arms. The Doyen promises to help your squadron in any way he can. No one fears the gathering here, and everyone wishes for your endeavour to succeed. Morale +2. 8 1,000-ton bombs. 1-ton bombs. 3 Kh-15P missiles. 2 Kh-15 missiles. Is there a supply station here? There are no supplies here. This is an empty city. It is just a shipyard. Well, let's have a quick look at the Varyag, shall we? So this is the Remorseless, the auxiliary heavy cruiser apparently that we did not get to use in this battle. Don't worry, we will use it soon. And this is the Varyag, which is the game designer's answer to try and make a scary ship. And it is pretty scary. We've got a lot of missiles on the bottom of the ship here. We've got 2 6-barreled 180mm guns pointing forward. We have 2 180mm guns, another 2 6-barreled 180mm guns pointing backwards. If we could elevate these, the firepower the ship could bring to bear is pretty insane. Aside from that, it hasn't got a lot going for it. It is slow, it is large, it has a lot of firepower. There's actually stuff to buy here, which is just nuts. Nothing that exciting. Okay. Do you know what time I think it is? It's time to end the game. Let's get this fleet. Now, one thing we need to remember is we can't refuel here. So if I was to bring this fleet to here, would they have enough fuel to get to Khiva? That is a concern. We maybe want to take this place here. But I think it's time we just let the dogs off the chain. So I'm going to order this fleet to attack the city here. I'm going to order this fleet to link up with them. They should have enough fuel to make it. These guys here are going to start pushing down as soon as they can, and they're going to join up with this fleet, and then we're going to take Khiva. Let's get on with it. I apologize that we didn't fight the Lord Governor, but we got the Lord Governor to join us. What does the Lord Governor give us? Where is he? He's not actually on my list. No. We've got the Faith Ending. We just have to take Khiva. I can't believe we pulled that off. Let's just fast forward a little bit. These guys don't have enough fuel, but as soon as they join up with this fleet, they'll have enough fuel. So this fleet now is the Remorse, the Great Evil King, the Varyag, the Fennec, and the Jaguar. Oh yes, we did have a name request for the Intrepid, which I will take because it was the first one that came through. This is not the Intrepid Mark II anymore. It is the Sausage Hunter. Thank you for that name. 6 hours left in repairs, I think, here. Yeah, 6.6 hours left. And we can move out. Let's see what happens here, because this is going to go bad, I think. This is probably a huge mistake. Here we go. So yeah, you can cry all you want. You're going to die. Let's get this fleet moving out as well. Actually, do 1.6 hours left in repairs. Alright. Did I tell him to fly past? What is happening there? Did I misclick? I misclicked. Now I want you to attack. Attack? There we go. Alright. I think we're going to win this fight. I'm going to send the Remorseland just so we can see what it's like in combat. We do have, how much? 40 proximity fuse rounds. We have 1 incendiary round. We have 8 armor piercing. We're just going to go in with HE. Let's just get this guy in here just in case we need to retreat these people. And let's see how this fight goes. Are you ready for this? It takes a while for these guns to load. It's 57mm guns, by the way, for our anti-missile. Taking a little bit of damage to our lower area. We have a little bit of a problem with convergence when they're very close to us. Took a missile hit there, unfortunately. Just us and a gladiator. That's an archangel. I can't shoot right now because there's a breeze in the way. Taking most of a bit of our armor on the bottom of this ship. Maybe just make sure we get below him. a bit hard to aim when I can't quite see my aiming reticle because my ship is so big. And that's how you win with the Remorseless. Took a little bit of damage to the bottom. I'm not too worried about it. It's going to take a little bit of time to repair, but it's better than losing the ship. Okay, we've got 280 37s, we've got fuel tanks, we've got survivors. Let's try and grab one of these, and then we've got the survivors, then we've got the fuel tanks. How are things up here? We are ready to move out. Let's send them off. Oh, still 1.3 hours. I'm chomping at the bit to get this campaign finished. Now that we've got the Lord Governor on side, I'm really excited to see what happens at the end of the game. I've not even looked up what this does, or how this affects the end of the game in any way. Okay, we've still got a bit of time left in this video, so I'm actually going to make sure we take Shubat before we finish up. And that way we're in place at the start of the next video for everyone to just descend on Khiva. Interesting the way the city of the hidden people is just a tiny little dot here. We didn't see that before. Must be because there's zero population, because I believe the circle is the size of the population of the city. We're definitely going to send a big airplane attack into Khiva as well before we attack it. Let's just do a rescue order here. All we've got left is to secure the ammo, so we may as well. How are we doing for repairs here? Repairs are finally finished, so head out to Shubat. Once they're in the air, I'm going to get a bit closer. I'm going to dispatch our attack fleet into Shubat on its own, and then we'll prepare for the next video by launching our airstrike into Khiva, making sure everybody has enough fuel to get to Khiva, and then sending everybody into Khiva. Alright, let's land these guys in this city. They've got enough fuel as is. Nobody needs to land. Yes, the Remorse took a bit of damage, but I don't see any point in putting it on the ground at all. Oh. Okay, I forgot. Yeah, I'm unknown territory now. You and the Lord Governor are discussing military strategy when Al-Ashir suddenly appears before you. Rage burns in his eyes. I did promise to kill the Lord Governor, didn't I? He unsheathes his sword and advances quickly towards the Lord Governor. So I can either order the guards to stop him, I can stand between him and the Governor, or I can order him not to interfere. I'm going to stand between him because I have faith. He's going to kill me. Saidi, how could you? You gave me your word. I just read the options that I've got to pick here. Either I draw my sword against the boy, or I tell him he can take his life instead. I don't know what to pick. I don't want to kill the boy. And I don't want to order him to kill himself. I've only got a 25%... Oh wait, you may take my life instead. I misread that. So I've got a 25% chance of him refusing to kill me. Well, there's only one option. I have to take the route that the faithful... I'm going to press number 2. You may take my life instead. This could be the end of the campaign. He spends only a second in thought, then strikes you down. You come to your senses several hours later. Pyotr Ivanovich insists that you remain completely still. Even now, your life remains in great danger. Al-Shir's sword cleft your jaw and left a gaping wound under your right ear. The pain is excruciating. Didn't the prophecy say that I would be scarred and unattractive to the eye? The ship surgeon is doing his best, but the ship cannot take off until his work is done. And the Lord Governor? There was a fight with Al-Ashir's men, but the Lord Governor is unarmed, cannot deploy Varyag. And the boy? Shot dead by the guards. Character is dead, Al-Sahir. Oh! So we can't deploy the Varyag for 24 hours, that's fine. The boy is dead. Let's sell some nukes and let's get the ship repaired. Can I not repair it without putting it in the docks? Yeah, I can. Remorseless. How long is it going to take? It's going to take 31 hours. That's fine. By the time it's repaired, we'll be ready to go. Let's sell some missiles. I need to make some money. I'm going to sell 3 of these. The reason I want to make some money is that I have forgotten that if we go up here... Oh, I left the bloody place. Oh, well, never mind. Oh, I can't believe I did that. I really didn't want Elsa here to die. I didn't really see the option I had. I wasn't going to draw my sword against him. He was a boy. He's trying to avenge his father. But now it's me. I'm the enemy. But what did I say about absolute power? That's what's happening here, isn't it? We are becoming that which we hate. Okay, Paladin, Sausage Hunter. Oh, the lightning got renamed to lightning again. And then what we want to do is we want to take the black eye. It's probably enough. And we just want to wait until they can get there. So we'll just fast forward a little bit. We do have enough fuel. We have tons of fuel. Okay, well, we'll just bring this down to there. And we'll get them to attack. And the remaining fleet has enough fuel to get a Shubat as well. Cool. Alright, we've got an attack coming out. We're going to end the video with this attack on Shubat. And then next time, we're going to attack Kiva. It's going to be insane. I can't wait. I really can't wait. Piotr, I know what I'm doing about strike groups at this point in the game. You don't need to question my decisions. Let's just fast forward a little bit. Oh, they're not going to get in time. Look. Are they going to arrive before the silent circle alarm goes off? It doesn't matter anyway. The alarm's been raised. Did I do it again? No, I didn't. I thought I flew past. Wow. This is a big garrison. Look at all this. This is going to be a tough fight. It's going to be a really tough fight. I don't have any AP ammo, do I? I've got one. Oh well, I hope you're here for a show because I'm gonna be in this fight for a while. Whew. Okay, let's do it. These paladins are pretty bad. Also, taking tips from my viewers, I'm going to keep range so I don't get hit by AP rounds. I'm going to get below them. That's where we can do the damage. Taking a lot of damage already, actually. Oh, what did I say? I didn't want to do. Didn't want to get too close, and then what I do, I got really close. Paladin's taking a fair bit of damage here. Try and take these sluggers out. Oh, just someone was asking why I don't use my 37mm just to shoot at ships, and this is why. Because here we had, what, 5 or 6 missiles coming at us. Okay, we're down to 25% fuel.
The enemy has been destroyed. Fuel 30%. Target destroyed. Fuel 20%.
Ah! Come on! Damn it. Okay, let's get out of here. I'm mostly worried about this Sarma. He's the biggest threat. Oh, we do still have bombs on this. I was like, is there still a bomb here? And I clicked the button and it was like, yep, there is still a bomb on this ship. Sarma did a good job of getting underneath us there, which means I can't shoot its delicate underbelly. Oh, I'm missing with all my shots right now. Just watch this, please. More or less. He got hit by a rocket, which I like to see. Flares are doing work right now. Come on, Sarma. Okay, Sarma down. We're down to 74% fuel. We're still doing okay. He just ran out of fuel. Cheeky bomb attempt, so it's not going to work. Okay. Oh, I need to get better at aiming here. This is some bad shooting. Come on. Now this is what I should have kept my bomb for. Just trying to shoot all the planes off the... Okay, I have lost a lot of momentum. However, I think it's time we switch to the Rooster because we're down to like 2 ships. Okay, let's go Rooster. With your 48 AP rounds. Well, there are a lot of planes in the air. Nice and calm. This is how this campaign started. What a shot! That was our last set of AP rounds. Whew, that was a thrilling fight. What a way to end the campaign. I mean, it's not over yet, but that was good. We're going to get Veteran Medic on the Paladin. We'll get repair faster on this guy. And we'll get more maneuverable in combat. Okay. We'll go fuel tank. These are both about to explode. Let's get the fuel. And then I want to get these Molots, and then we can upgrade the Rooster to have 130mm if we get both of these, which will be great. So we had Survivors next and the 2 Molots. I think we've got enough time for all of that. Maybe not time for both of them, actually. Just looking at how this is moving. No, we should be okay. And they didn't manage to get a radio signal off, so we didn't increase the length of the silent strike alarm. Well, we might not get the second Molot. It's going to be very close if we do. Come on. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. Ah. I want to take the risk of losing crew. Get this Molot. Which may lose, like, half my crew. How are things down here? No move for 24 hours, that's fine. No move for 16 hours, repairs for 24 hours. Got 1 day of repairs left. That is all good. We got it, no downsides. Could you get a better result? Alright. This video's gone on long enough. Thank you so much for watching. Next time, as I say, we're going to take Khiva. And that's it, the campaign is over. So I hope you're looking forward to it. I'm really happy I got to get the Remorse into combat and you got to see it in action. We've got a Varyag, a Remorse, and a Nomad for our final fleet, which is pretty cool. Lots of other good ships as well. We've managed to get the veterancy on these guys up really high, which I'm very happy with. And yeah, let's just see how things end. And I'll catch you in the next video.